family again and again, but this season of love, hajakuja peke yake. But let's slow down kidogo and welcome our amazing guest. Tekla, heya, mambo vipi?
Poa, saseni.
Si tuko best kabisa, tunaona uko kwenye season yenyewe. Tafadhali introduce yourself for those guys who are watching you for the first time. Alafu sasa jua uko peke yako kama last time. To introduce kwa mpoa.
Poa, saseni. Neville, thank you so much for having me back again.
Of course.
I'm very excited to be back. And like you said today, I did not come by myself. I came with my husband, Tony Welch. Although my Facebook friends, they gave him a name that we've been calling him that I haven't even told him about. So my friends call him Old Tao. It's a Maasai name that means my heart. So that's what we call you. You want to say something?
Hi.
Hey Tony, how are you? How are you feeling today? It's a Lover's Day. And tell us, were there any special plans today that you had in secret that you had to, pull out all the stops, or was today just another Saturday?
No, today is Valentine's Day, so me and Tekla will be going to dinner on the beach. We're in the Dominican Republic on vacation, so we're gonna have a romantic dinner on the beach tonight.
Okay, that's amazing. Dinner on the beach. Wow, I still have that on my bucket list. But talk to us about your amazing partner before we have her talk to us about you. We'd like to know, what was it? Where did you see her for the first time? She's our daughter right here. Was it love at first sight, the way they tell us in the storybooks? Or was it something that gradually was there? Please, just give us your version of the story.
Well, we've been together for 8 years, married for 4, and when I met her in 2018, it was love at first sight. She's very beautiful, very intelligent, and I just knew that's what I wanted, was Tekla.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow. And Tekla, please, your side now is really important because ulituacha hapa ulituacha sisi akina Kevo, Brayo, Neville, ulituacha huko nyuma, ukaingia America. Talk to us about, finding love abroad.
Yes. So, sikuwawacha kwa ubaya, niliwawacha kwa reason. So yeah, like Tony said, we met in 2018. I remember our first date. We went, it was January 8th, right? 2018. And we met at a restaurant. We met online, so we have been talking, and then we met for the first time. And I remember sitting across from him, and we started talking, and some of the things that he was talking about at the time, like he was talking about like fishing and hunting, because he's from Minnesota, so that's pretty much what they do here. And then he wanted to take me to a hockey game, and I was like, no way, I am not going to a hockey game, because I didn't know what hockey was, and I knew it was cold, and I don't do cold, so I didn't go to that. But then we had lunch together. We started talking, and I knew that this is the person that I wanted to be, and he came right in my life, and he's just started helping me. At that time I was in nursing school, struggling, a single mom of 2 boys, struggling, trying to make ends meet. And the first thing that he ever did for me, he bought me a laptop that I needed for school. Right away, I think the next week we met. So right there, he started helping me with the boys and helping me with school. And I knew that he was the guy for me.
Wow, that's an amazing kind of story, especially once you see, action, love in action. It's way better than, just words speaking. Talk to me, Tony, about, it's different culture. She's from a different place, maybe not the same, not the same kind of cultures that you grew up on, especially now in America. How was that like? Because I'm sure there were some things that you had to teach her or tell her, especially when it came to knowing you and knowing the culture and also living abroad.
There hasn't been any real big barriers. She did grow up differently. Her culture's a little different, but to me, it's about love, and that's international. It doesn't matter where you come from. Everybody has those feelings, and so to me, it didn't matter. But it took some adjusting, but we get along good. There's a few things with the language. She speaks 3 different languages, and she's very smart, but just little nuances and sayings that she doesn't understand. But she's been here since 2010, so she's adjusted and but the cultural differences aren't that many or that great of a barrier right now anyways.
Okay, I can definitely tell from that. And Tekla, now let me ask you, because in our African kind of setting, ama hapa nyumbani tunajua kuna kitu inaitwa dowry, kuna ng'ombe. Sijui kama kuna ng'ombe zilitoka hapa zikapelekwa na meli. I don't know rurashio. I don't know if there were such arrangements. I don't know if the traditional culture came into play, especially when it became serious now. Talk to me about that, and maybe if there was any of that.
Yes, so absolutely. So when Tony proposed and we knew we were getting married, I told him he had to give my dad dowry. The Western culture, they don't do dowry, they don't believe in dowry. But I told him this is a very, very important piece of my culture that I would really appreciate. He would have, he would agree to do that. And he did agree. We don't have cows that we could have given my dad, but my dad, Tony's dad, they came to our house. We had a big gathering with my dad's friends, and they gave my dad an envelope, a bahasha, a very thick bahasha, because I told him, mimi ni mtu nimesoma, na wakati umesoma price inaenda juu kidogo, so you have to pay, and he did.
Oh wow, hey, Tony. Was there a bit of culture shock, especially when you were hearing some of these things? Was it something maybe you had to Google a bit here and there? Talk to me about that experience, especially hearing about this from your partner.
Yeah, I heard of dowry, and I knew going into this what was going to happen, and to me it didn't really matter. Whatever I have to do to have her marry me,
yeah,
for her father to give her to me, I would do. But I wanted to add that we did get engaged when we were in Kenya.
Oh wow, nice.
Actually, when we were on a safari, and I thought this is the time. This is a once in a lifetime thing, and I had my ring, and we finally. There wasn't ever any good opportunity. Until the one day the driver let us out. He says, you can get out now. We'll walk down to the hippo, the oxbow in the river where the hippos sunbathe, and that's when I did it. And luckily the driver had a camera with, and he heard her screaming, and he came around the corner and he captured me on my one knee proposing, and we got it all on film.
Nice. And
I'll never forget it.
Wow. Hi, Tony, you know how to really do it. Wow. I'm picking notes and writing somewhere and knowing, hey, Sunset Safari. That would be nice. Also, talk to me just a bit now about raising a family together in America. How was that like? Because I'm sure Tekla has in Kenya, there's a way in which, our parents bring us up. There's a certain values that they bring us up with right here. So talk to me about raising and starting your family, especially, in America and as love abroad.
Well, we have between us 6 kids. A few of them are out of the house, grown and out now, but we share the responsibilities pretty evenly, and we both work I'm semi-retired and work part-time. She works full-time, but we have a live-in nanny to help with the young ones. And so we try to split or divide the parenting between us. So I'm used to changing diapers. I did it many, many years ago, and now I have done it again. And so we both, it's a 50-50 where we both have responsibilities and we share mutually. And I think it's similar to how she grew up, other than, well, I'll just leave it at that. I think we do a good job.
Do you want to tell them if we chop our kids?
Oh, yeah, we have chopper sticks.
I was about to
If
ask
the kids
about.
get out of line and they get a chopper. No different than when I was a kid and my mom went out to the lilac bushes and got a swatch for swatting us if we were out of line.
Definitely. I was going to ask about that because we know in America, when it comes to such things as discipline, it's taken in a different way. But we know here in Kenya, discipline is for the village. It's for everybody around. Tekla, talk to me also about some of those cultures and some of those rules or some of those things that you instilled in your kids, especially now that you're abroad and maybe they haven't really experienced life in Kenya.
Yeah, so we teach our kids, especially I teach my kids that we are from two different cultures. So we have our American culture and our Kenyan culture. So we incorporate that through the food that we eat. So we make sure the kids know about the Kenyan foods, teaching them manners, how you respect your elders. You don't talk back, because that's a big thing here. Like, a lot of kids here talk back, and I can't stand it when my kids talk back to me. I'm like, you cannot talk back. You have to listen when your elder is speaking. So we instill those values on them, how to be kind to their friends and to family, and sharing, taking care of each other, the siblings, and respecting their grandparents, and yeah, so those values that were instilled in me growing up, I instilled those in my kids.
Oh, wow. And I definitely have to talk about the big day, because Tony has told us about, how he went down on one knee while you all were in safari. Now, talk to us about that magical day, especially when it comes to picking the people to be at the wedding, the guests, the colors. Talk to me about that big day. How do you remember it best? And then give us all that other tea in between.
Yeah, so we got married June 18, 2022. It was a beautiful wedding. We had it at a boat in Stillwater, a beautiful city in Minnesota. The colors were red. I think by now most people know that red is my favorite color. So that's where we were. And it was, my friends that were in the lineup, and Tony's had his friends, and then my brothers and his brothers were in the lineup. And it was such a beautiful ceremony. We incorporated the two cultures, playing Kenyan music. We had a DJ that really understood their assignment and was, making sure that they're playing music for both cultures, so that both sides would enjoy the wedding. And my Kenyan people, they came and they didn't let me down. And the white people, my husband's side, were like, we gotta pull up our socks. Like, these Kenyans are beating us in dancing, because they brought their dancing shoe and they were not holding back. And we did our vows, and he surprised me. He had a little bit Swahili in the vows. And that was kind of neat. It was a really beautiful ceremony.
Nice. Tony, that Swahili, where did you get it from? What were the cheat codes? Was it ChatGPT? Was it Google? Did you have to contact a few relatives on her side just to get a bit of that, or had you already learned some Swahili?
Yeah, I Googled it, and then I think I got some from my brother-in-law, Sippy. Cyprian, and before the wedding, I came up with my written some of my own vows, and at the very end of it, I wanted to have something Swahili or Kisi, and so it was just the very end of it where I said that I would love her forever and ever, and in Swahili.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were going to say it in Swahili. It's fine. So, utampenda milele na milele.
Yep. And nakupenda milele. And we also have our, we got matching tattoos.
Ooh,
and with
romantic.
2 hearts, and it's milele.
Milele.
Which is, translation is forever.
Yes, I love it all the way, all through. And as we're getting to know you as a couple, tell us some of the things. Maybe we could start with you, Tekla. What are some of the things that you have learned about your partner during these many years of love? And what are some of the difficulties? Or, you know, because right now, kuna wale watu wanakuona sahi, wanasema, hey, Tekla, man, uko US, kila kitu iko best, nini nini. But talk to them about love abroad, because I'm sure it's not all rosy, but if it is, also you could clarify that for us.
Yeah, it's not all rosy. It depends, even where you are, in Kenya, US, anywhere in the world, you have to put in work. Any successful marriage, there has to be work in it. You know, there's ups and then there's downs. You know, you have to have a strong foundation. Your love has to be strong to overcome temptations, or like to overcome struggles that come throughout your relationship. You know, we have had our fair share of issues. You know, there was a time that actually we broke up for a little bit, and then we found our way back to each other. There was a time that was a very difficult time in 2020 when we got the most scariest news of our lives, when Tony was diagnosed with stage 4 esophageal cancer, and they gave him 6 months to live. And that was a really, really difficult time. At that time, I had Alan, who was a year, not even a year, he was like 3 months old. So Tony and I are sitting and looking at each other and saying, what are we gonna do now? You know, like when a doctor tells you to put your house in order because you have 6 months to live. So that was difficult, and we went through the cancer treatment, went to the Mayo Clinic. We got the treatment with chemo, radiation, immunotherapy, and finally we had surgery. I remember very well, the surgery was done the December 31st, 2020. It was the scariest day of my life. I sat in that room, not knowing if it was gonna come out of surgery. And it took 8 hours, and he finally came out. And God has been good to us. Today, we're here, sitting here, and Tony is cancer-free. So I thank God for that. And through it all, through the treatment and everything, I stood by his side. I helped him as much as I can. And the love that we share, the strength in our love, you know, we survived those challenges, or we survived, and we're standing here today.
Wow, such a powerful story, and I'm really moved, and congratulations, and I'm glad such a period in your life you're over that hurdle and slowly on that road to recovery, and in sickness and in health, you know, as usually said in the vows and in marriage. And Tony, let me ask you, since now let's give appreciation to love. What are some of the things that you learned that you appreciate, especially about your partner? What are some of those jokes that you make? What are the things that you love about her the most? Talk to us about that love you have for your partner.
The things that I most love about my wife, Tekla, are her intelligence. She's very smart. She's accomplished so much in her education and in her career that I'm always so proud of what she's done there. And I love and was always drawn to her voice. Sometimes I can't listen to other people speak different languages, but her voice, something about it that, her beauty, her how she treats people in her business and day-to-day work, and how she treats her friends and everybody around her. Everybody just looks up to Tekla because of where she's come from and how much she's accomplished. That a lot of people look up to her for guidance on how they can be like her. Everybody wants to be like her. And just the way she's a great mother and a great wife, and I'm really super proud of everything she's done.
That's amazing. Tekla, it's your turn now. It's you. Give appreciation to the love that you have. Tell us about those ups, downs, good times. He says he likes your voice, so I'm sure there's something else you like about him in return that you could let us know.
Yeah. I love everything about my husband, Tony. One of the biggest things that I was drawn to him was his heart and how his kindness. And I was telling him the other night that, when I was a single mom raising two boys by myself, the first thing that I wanted in a man was someone that would come and accept me and accept my boys. So that was very, very important to me. I wasn't going to be with someone that was not going to treat my kids as their own. So the moment he came to our lives, he just, took my boys as his own, treating them right. And my little one, Levi, at that time had not even started talking yet. And, Tony was changing his diapers and feeding him and doing all that while I was studying or doing homework. So that was very important to me, that he was doing that. His kindness, his ability to put me first. Like he says that I'm above everything and anything. So I come first. So that is very, very important. That is one of the things that I really, really love about him. And the way that he loves me, and, the way that he looks at me, and the way that he treats me, and, takes me to vacation. So that is an added thing that I love about him, that, we go out on these trips, or like this time together, time alone, time away from work and kids, time to ourselves. So that is very important to me. So he's a great dad. He's a great husband. He treats people with kindness. He's a little quiet. Nothing bad that he's quiet, but when it's something that he's interested in, like hunting and fishing, he will not stop talking. I'm like, okay, that's enough. But those are the differences that make us unique in our love. And he cooks. He's a great cook. So I barely do any cooking. And he learned how to cook ugali and everything Kenyan. So that is an added point for him.
I love it. And you are our diaspora family. Thank you very much, Tekla, for now introducing us to Tony, who we can also add a face to the name, because last time they were upstairs, we were just, hearing the excitement of them watching you on TV. So we loved that. And thank you very much for sharing your love story with us on this special day. I'm sure the rest of the day is going to be as magical as your story. And we appreciate you so much and can't wait to connect with you forever and ever. Nyinyi diaspora family. So just know we're in this for the long haul. Before I let you go, our tradition. Kuna watu wanawatch kutoka nyumbani wanasema ay. Salimia watu wa nyumbani alafu pia give us a message of love that guys can carry forward.
Okay, I'll do the salams and then I'll let Tony give us a message of love. So I have a lot of people I want to send a shout out to, but you guys, you would have to really forgive me. I can't mention every name. I know a lot of my followers on Facebook are wanting me to say their names, but I can't say everyone. So thank you so much for the love, for the support. So I'm going to start with my family. my father-in-law, Tony's dad, actually is watching. So, Jim, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for everything that you do for us, and thank you for accepting me and loving me. My dad, Jeremiah. Hi, Dad. How are you? I hope all is well. My brother, Sipi, Duncan. My other brother, Seth, Jared. My sister, Cyprus, wherever you are. Happy Valentine's Day. All my uncles and aunties in Kenya. My cousins in Kenya, my friends in Kenya, hi to you. All the friends and family from the village. Riakwaro, abantu bami ntumbi yamure na tumira mego chasmore. And then I'm just gonna say a few names for my Facebook friends. I'm gonna start with Dama Acheng, who's my PA, my girl. You are rocking it. Thank you so much. I have Dolphin Houston, Bolivia Muranga, Sammy Nutmeg, Chiba Trisha, Rhoda Achoki, Rose Nyaboke. She's here. She's my cousin-in-law. Oscar Des, Kipla Gatniano, Penny Nyams, Levi Dibas, our Kitinda, Lex Seiki, Mitch Florence, Esther Nyangara, Mama Kijail, Ruth Kwamboka, aka Mami, Faith Chirono, Kanso Wawero, Miss Kigoi, Mondi Rosemary, Esther Wakarioki, Elizabeth Boyd, Liz Williams, Jafet Grachima, Pauline Ombori, Helen Ovino, Chep Krui, Lillian Mukenya, Lame Kimpoa, Lillian Masese, Paris Sokao. She's very special. She's the one who gave us the name Old Tao. So Paris, more points for you. Aaron Kiprotich, Bella Amani, Kate David, and then Lillian Mukor. She's in Texas. She's one of my friends that we grew up in the village, Riakwaro, and we're here in the United States. So shout out to Lillian and my best friend Damien, my friend Dolphin, Makambi, and all my other friends that I can't remember. Not that I can't remember, but I can't mention all your names. These names are a little bit special because when we were coming here, I was writing them down from memory. So I didn't look at a list, so that's why they are very special. So thank you so much, guys. And if I didn't mention your name, please keep unisame, okay?
Thank you very much. Tony, give us a message of love that we can carry forward.
Just hope that everybody treats their loved ones on this special day, shows them how they feel. Life's short, and you gotta show and make them feel loved. All the people, wives, moms, children, grandparents, everybody in your life. Find a way on this special day to send a message of your love to them. Happy Valentine's, everybody.
Happy Valentine's to you too. Thank you very much. We do appreciate you too. And on a lighter note, Tony, just in case you have brothers, I'm sure there's